In today's video, we're going to be reviewing my 2013 plate Mini John Cooper Works. We'll be letting you know should you buy one in 2025, telling you the pros, the cons, and taking it out for a little spin to show you just what the hype is all about.
What's going on, guys? Will here, and today we're reviewing this Mini John Cooper Works 2013 plate, which is my Mini, and I'm going to be letting you know if I think you should be purchasing a 12-year-old Mini Cooper John Cooper Works in 2025. Now, of course, I'll be taking bias out of the equation. I'll be telling you what's good with the car, what's bad with the car, and my overall opinions after owning it for 2 weeks. And of course, this is the first of many uploads on the channel, so hit that subscribe button if you are new around here, and that way you'll never miss an upload. Be sure to ding on that notification bell as well, and that means you'll get a notification every time I post. If you do enjoy the video, please remember to hit the like button. It really does help out the channel, especially with everything that's gone on over the last few months. We really need it. The last video was very welcoming, so thank you very much for all of the support in the comments and with the like ratings. Let's aim to beat that, better that in this video today. I also have a vlogging channel now, so if you fancy checking that out and you want to see some vlogging content, then I'll leave it in the description box down below. Go check it out. We've got like 14 subs on there, and it's just a bit of fun where I just record every day of my life. I mean, I need to get back to it, to be fair, because we done Vlogmas, smashed it, it was brilliant, it was so fun, and I haven't posted since. So yeah, it needs to get back to that. So if you would mind checking that out, I'd greatly appreciate it, and yeah, see what fun we can have over on that channel. But the main focus will of course be the Mini and the car channel. So let's stop rambling on, let's review this car, and I'll let you guys know if I think you should be buying it when it's 12 years old and there's other alternatives out there. Let's get into the video.
With the Mini's everlasting template look, let's take a look at the exterior first to see what makes this John Cooper Works so different.
So the first thing to notice with the exterior is, of course, it being a Mini, it is absolutely tiny. Like, the height of it is just ridiculous. It's boxy, it's small, it's quick, it's lightweight. I absolutely love it. With the John Cooper Works model, it is very low to the floor. As you can see here, there is not much distance between the floor, particularly on the front bumper here. I scraped it a couple of times on speed bumps as it is, and that was me going about 5 miles an hour. So something to be cautious of if you plan on getting one of these. Of course, a feature I absolutely love on these is you've got the John Cooper Works centre caps as well as the John Cooper Works brakes. They're obviously red, got the John Cooper Works logo on them, and they just look cool. So that's one of the features I love. So of course, the John Cooper Works comes in a few different colourways. However, I went for the black colourway with the red accents, red roofing, and of course the speed stripes, go faster stripes, whatever you want to call them. I do plan on wrapping this in the future though, so I do like the way it is the John Cooper Works colourway. However, I want to put my own spin on it, so let me know in the comments below what colour you think would suit this car. I've got some pretty big plans, but it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts as well. Another thing I love about the design of this car is, although it is quite boxy like it should be for a Mini, it's still got the aerodynamic features like we've got here. Don't know what it does, it just looks cool. And then you've got the spoiler at the back as well, which I'll put a clip on screen now. In regards to the spoiler, although I do love it, it does make it look cooler. I wonder if you can get a better one. I've seen people with like big old GT wings and stuff. I don't know if I'm a fan of that, but definitely a conversation to be had in upgrading this and making this look a little bit more fun. And you know, there's some things I hate on cars, and that is chrome. I absolutely think chrome just looks hideous. However, with these chrome alloys and the chrome accents, I don't think it looks too bad, to be honest. I think it looks all right. Of course, we will be upgrading that in the future when we change everything around on this car, but for now, I'm not too bothered. Another thing which is growing on me, to be fair, are these lights. So I've always seen like the Union Jack ones. I think the Union Jack ones are pretty cool. I'd love to do a little upgrade on this to put them on there, but these ones in the dark, they actually look pretty decent. Like, I like them. Of course, you've got the tinted rear windscreen, and you've got, wow, that just shows how dirty my car is. Let's just put that back. So you've obviously got the tinted rear windscreen, which, you know, tinted car, love the blackout look. Not too sure if you need a rear wiper on there, so we may be getting rid of that in the future because, yeah, it's just a bit pointless. I never really use it anyway. John Cooper Works logo everywhere, of course. These will be staying on, whether they're, you know, rebuffed up because these ones are a little bit faded. I don't know, I might keep the originals just for a little bit of sentimental touch and sentimental value. Of course, I said in the last video, the aerial's broken, so we need to sort that out. The exhaust on the John Cooper Works, that is standard. So those two big exhausts that you can see that I'll put on screen, they do come as standard. They sound amazing, as you'll find out later on in the video. And yeah, I really like it. Although I want a sports exhaust, this will do you fine. If you're not one of those people that likes modifying your cars, or if you just want a car that sounds nice straight off the bat, this car has got you covered with that, with this exhaust. So very, very much a big fan of that. So now that I've taken you around the outside of the car and what I really, really love about it, what I don't really like about it, which to be fair, there's not much. Let's have a look at the interior. I'll take you around the Starship Enterprise because it is so cool in there. And I'll let you know what I like about it. As you can tell, I'm a pretty big fan. What I don't necessarily like about it, some issues that we found in there as well from a practicality standpoint. So let's do that now, and then we'll get this show on the road with a little bit of a drive, a little bit of drive-by, sounds of the exhaust. So don't click off the video, stay tuned for that. So like I've said before, this interior is actually pretty decent. So let me show you around what I like about the interior and what I don't like. This steering wheel is amazing, by the way. I like the interior of the car. Considering it's a small car, it's quite spacious. Like, we've had people in the back and it, you know, it fits people nicer, a lot nicer than the TTS did, because you've got that room clearance. I think that's one of the big things, right, is although the leg room is a little bit tight back there, the headspace is still quite decent, so people in the back shouldn't be too uncomfortable. So definitely a consideration. Only 4 seats though, but that's not a problem for me. I don't really take people anywhere, but if we need people in the back, they're not going to be too uncomfortable. Switching to the wide angle, let's show you a little bit of the cockpit. So this is what you're working with, what you drive with, and yeah, I absolutely love it. This steering wheel, I don't know what it is, it feels so comfy. I don't know, like when I'm driving with it, it's like the comfiest steering wheel I've ever had. It's ridiculous. Obviously your revs are in here. You can get other gauges if you want to do aftermarket add-ons, but that's fine for me. You've got your speedo around here, but there's also a digital speedo on there as well. So don't worry, you're not having to look over constantly to see what speed you're doing, which for me was a major point, because I was like, I'm definitely not going to be looking at my center console for speed. Like, I just won't do it. So I was a bit concerned I might get caught speeding a few times, but no, it's digitally on the dash and it works beautifully. So as you can see, I've got the BMW style interface. So I don't know if that came in 2013 or if that's a little bit of an upgrade, but it's similar to what like a 1 Series would have. I will definitely be upgrading this at some point. Although it's good, it's satisfactory, it does for now. I want the touchscreen on here, I want Waze, so that'll be a video definitely coming. So yeah, one of the things that is a bit of a downgrade was that although you've got the screen, mine didn't come with navigation, it's not touchscreen, and there's no Waze. So yeah, that was a downside for me. This is what you're working with when it comes to cup holders, drinks and stuff. Now this interface works really well. I really love these aircraft style buttons that sort of do the windows up and stuff like that. However, they do come with their downgrades, right? So we were in the car the other day, we both went and got large Costas and we were sitting there ready to drink the coffee and whatnot. Unfortunately, because of where the cup holders are, we couldn't press any of the buttons. We couldn't put the heated seats on. We couldn't, you know, unlock the car, put fog lights on, wind down the windows while the coffees were in there, because the coffees comes up to about here. So we were having to like even move the coffees and put your hand down there, and it was just a bit awkward. So not really sure if that's a design flaw. The last time I mentioned a design flaw, I got absolutely cooked in the comments on the A3 video because it was a safety feature. Still inconvenient, guys. But yeah, just something that we've noticed, that if we get large coffees, we can't adjust the heated seat settings or wind down windows. So yeah, a little bit weird. One of the things I absolutely love is this armrest. It's got a little compartment to put stuff in, which is amazing. And then if you lift it up, there is also another cup holder back there. So, you know, BMW 1 Series with your little 1 cup holder or whatever it was, absolutely disgusting. This has 3 and it's a smaller car, so big fan of that. So like I've shown you, it does come with the heated seats option, and I would definitely try and find one with heated seats. I'm a big advocate for heated seats. I don't know how people don't have them. The A3 we got doesn't have them, and that's why it's being sold, because like, I just can't deal with it. Like, it's ridiculous. One thing that really does bug me about cars is just these yellow lights. Like, they're just so hideous, aren't they? Like, they're just so hideous. So that'll definitely be something we change in the future. But one thing this car does have is mood lighting that you can change. Like, what is that? That is so cool. So that is a cool feature. It'd be interesting to see if we could get a couple of like extra like lights coming from that to go in like footwells and stuff that are attached to that system. I don't know if that would work, but yeah, pretty cool to be honest if you ask me. So now you know what I like about the interior, what I don't like about the interior. Let's go for a little drive and we'll show you how it drives, what I like about the drive, what I necessarily don't like about the drive, and how much fun I have with it, and where it compares to the other cars I've driven, because I've driven quite a few cars now. Let's get this car on the road.
Before we get into the drive where we'll talk about how it performs on the road and the stats the car produces, let's get into the fun part where we see just how good this car sounds from both a cold start and on the road. The pop and bangs make me giddy every time. So that is how the car sounds, and doesn't it just sound amazing? And for those of you concerned at that slight bit of smoke coming out, I can assure you it was due to the condensation. It was freezing when I was recording, and it does go away when the car warms up. So no need to panic in the comments. Now though, let's go for a little drive and tell you a bit more about the stats of the car and my personal opinion on how it drives.
So now that we're in the car, let's have a talk about how it drives. And oh my God, was I surprised driving this car. As I said when we announced the car, you're going like 40 miles an hour, but for some reason it feels like you're going 70. So at the minute we're doing 50, this road is a 50 that we're in, and I would say this feels like 70 in a normal car. Like, it's ridiculous, but that means you have a lot more fun in it without breaking the law, which, you know, we definitely wouldn't do. For those of you that are used to the hot hatches and how they drive, excluding the 1 Series, I would say, this drives very, very similar. So, you know, I've driven sort of like an S1, etc. You know, this might not be as quick, 0 to 60 is 6.5 like we discussed earlier, but you do feel it shift when you put your foot down. The thing's so light, so when you chuck it into a corner, it just travels with it. Like, it's ridiculous. For a front wheel drive car, this car has got an insane amount of grip. There is a traction control button which I won't be playing with, but yeah, it is ridiculous the way this thing handles. So of course I've gone for the manual version. Now manuals for me are just much more fun. They're what I prefer to drive. I know I do a lot of long distance, and if there's a traffic jam, then you know, you're sort of questioning why you didn't go for the automatic, but I feel this car is better suited to a manual, and that is just because of the nippiness of it. I think there's no better feeling in the world than dropping down a gear when you're on a country lane and absolutely sending it round the corner. Now, as I come onto this stretch of road here, I can put my foot down in third and just watch it take off. Like, I'm having to brake this track in front of me. That was only to 65. I love the little dump valve. I don't know if it's just the turbo drop-in or what it is, but it's just a little as you release your foot off the accelerator, and it absolutely sounds amazing. So in my A3, the gearbox felt very mechanical, like it was almost being pulled in by a magnet, and I love that about that car. This, on the other hand, feels a little bit more clunky. You don't have that magnetic vibe, but there's just a feeling you get when you just change gear into the next gear. Like it just feels so secure, which I love. So in terms of a POV video, you will be seeing that on the channel within the next couple of weeks. So you'll be able to see the whole cockpit, how it looks when you drive, how it looks when you accelerate. You know, it feels like you're in a spaceship, and I love it, I do. If I'm being completely honest with you all, I was very skeptical going into buying this car. You know, I was looking for something that was quick, had loads of modification potential in terms of small videos that I could bang out to get the channel on track. Something that was all right on miles per gallon, sounded nice, And this was sort of the only thing that sort of popped up within my price range after having that major issue with the TT that lost us loads of money. And yes, going into it, I was skeptical. I'd always liked Minis, but I'd never owned one, never really driven one. But I have to say, I've been majorly impressed with this car, and I might even go as far to say this is my favourite car I've ever owned. Like, it's ridiculous. In terms of miles per gallon, so I did a full tank of petrol on the Supreme BP fuel and managed to get it averaging 45. That was a long distance drive to Wales and back, but I did have a week of commuting short journeys as well. So, you know, I would class that as a mix. I know about 400 of the miles were long distance, but 45 miles per gallon is not bad at all. Not with a car that has this performance, this sound. You know, we're talking, my TT was a little bit quicker, but the miles per gallon was averaging around 28. So you definitely feel a difference. And that difference is, of course, because this is a 1.6 litre. The TTS was a 2 litre turbo with 272 brake horsepower. This one is a 1.6 litre turbo with 211 horsepower, I believe. And yes, you feel the difference with your acceleration and whatnot, but the gap isn't as big as what you think. Put it in third, rolling 35 mile an hour. Yeah! Oh, I love it. I don't know why I made a cowboy noise, but I just love it. I love the pull, I love the feel you get. You probably saw on my face the smile you get from doing a pull. This thing is the easiest car in the world to park. Like, honestly, you're about to see it in action. Like, it's just so small. So small and so, well, the turning circle, to be fair, isn't like 100% amazing, but still not bad. And there we go, in straight away. With about a mile each side.
And there you have it, that will be the end of the video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this review of my new Mini John Cooper Works. Hopefully I've helped you make a decision on whether to go and buy one or not, and to summarise if it's a good car or not. Personally, I love it. If you did enjoy the video, please remember to hit that like button. It really does help our small channels out. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and ding dong that notification bell, and that way you'll never miss any future uploads. Like I said, we've got a lot coming over the next few weeks, so stay tuned. But for now, guys, I've been Will. Take care of yourselves. Peace out.